Today, we mourn the loss of life for workers all around the world who've lost their lives at work. There is no reason a worker should go to work and not go home at night safely. We know the grief that families feel. We know that trade unions feel both a grief and an anger that occupational health and safety measures were not in place to save those lives. We also acknowledge that there are too many work-related injuries. And of course, diseases that can cause both injury and death are often unknown until much later, when a worker will lose their lives or become indeed unable to work. So today, we remember those who are in fact no longer with us, but we renew our determination to fight for health and safety. And in the context of COVID-19, that has never been a more stark reminder to us that in fact we must act. We want occupational health and safety, all the laws that are in place and more. We want it to become a fundamental right. We also want to recognise today that in fact we have workers who are putting their lives on the line for us to keep us safe. They are, of course, health workers. They are those workers who are in other forms of care in the community, aged care, childcare, community care, those working in our schools. There are transport workers. There are council service workers picking up our rubbish and providing us with other essential services. There are cleaners, of course, who are keeping our buildings sanitised. And indeed, there are those shop assistants, the workers that we see in supermarkets, in pharmacies, in many other businesses. We say to you, we will fight not just for your safety with protective equipment immediately, but we will also fight to see that this virus is recognised as a workplace virus so that you can be covered appropriately by occupational health and safety compensation. COVID-19 is a workplace-related disease. We know it affects others in the community, but if you're at work and you contract this disease, then of course you should be compensated. We will fight for paid sick leave, for wage guarantees, for income support for those workers who are not in standard forms of work. We know that people in platform business, freelancers, the self-employed, those bogus independent contractors, and of course the massive numbers of our brothers and sisters in the informal economy need our support to survive at this time. It raises the question, one, occupational health and safety as a fundamental right, and then of course the absolute struggle to get work and the labour market regulated, so we never again see workers without appropriate rights. April 28th, it's a sad day, but it's a day that we actually pledge to fight for the living. I bring you not just solidarity from workers all around the world, but I bring you the support and the commitment of the ITUC, along with all the global union federations, all the trade unions in our family. We will fight for the living just as we mourn for the dead. Solidarity.